I've seen a couple YouTubers make their own tier list, and I want to tell you there's a wrong. Huh? For a rank sweat as myself, I want to tell you that there's actually some pretty good ones out there that aren't actually OP. That's what I'm talking about! So I've decided to make my own tier list, ranking all the styles with a little bit of gameplay for each one. Now, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button, road to 5K. So I appreciate all the support that's been happening on this channel so far, and let's get right into this video. So for our first Dookie water style, we got Clutch. The only good thing on Clutch is really the ultimate ability, which is basically a guaranteed 3. Now, the pressure ability isn't that great, and the jump stop has a really slow cooldown. As you can see, I'm not using it to the best of my abilities. If I space myself, I can probably get that shot. Our next style is Chuck. There's only like really 2 Dookie, really trash styles. If you know how to play the game, then you know that most of these can be good considering who's playing them. But another Dookie style is this boy Heat Check right here, boy. I'm lucky that I got that hit. I'm honestly lucky that I got that hit. But the 50-50 chance on this thing is not viable, bruh. Get that out of here. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You're using Copycat against a horrible style. Okay. That out of here. Okay.
Sit down, big fella.
What's this? Watch this. Watch this. Oh, he got that in time. He got that in time. Okay. 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 Huh. Whack. Back. Oh my god. Oh my god. The fact that I'm actually using this thing and it's actually giving me the 50% right now is not looking good for my Dookie rant. Yo, this thing's actually dog water. I don't care what anybody says. Get that out of here. 1, 2, shoot it. Come on. He's a 1v1 right now, and I'm 1v1ing this guy with Chuck right now. This shouldn't be happening. Bro has whole Copycat, but seeing as he can't use the Copycat to its fullest potential, it's actually dog water. He's gonna copy Heat Check. Yeah, it's the only thing he can't copy. Oh, you didn't make it. You didn't make it. You didn't make it. You didn't make it. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's getting and that is why I say Chuck is horrible. The fact that you have a 50% chance on your ultimate. No way, he's actually getting cheesed on. This is gonna be his first point. This will be his first point. Now I know that he's using street dribble. I know what zone he is with the extra dribble. Yeah, okay. I have no points. Oh, yes. This is the strat. This is the strat. Oh, and you jumped! Oh, you jumped! Why? He jumped twice! Thank you. What? I'm out of here. Oh, he left the game. He left the game. I made him rage quit off of using Chuck. There's no way. I'm still calling Chuck Dookie water. I don't care. The fact that he lost to Chuck, I'm just a better player at the game. Like, my fundamentals are better. That's the underlining solution. And that's the underlining scenario. But this style alone is butt kiss. Okay? Put a good zone with it. Yeah, it can be dominant as hell. But hell no, by itself, Dookie water. Moving on to C tier. Obviously, we got our boy Quick. All right, so starting off with a C tier style, we got your boy Quick. Oh yeah, and of course, now it's not Dookie water because literally you could do this You get like somewhat of a good speed boost, but not that great to go do an easy dunk like that. So just to show off to the folks back at home. But this is also a really good defensive, not against Tatalus obviously, but just a good defensive style. Like literally. Now the boost to this move isn't that great. It's not that viable compared to literally any other zone. Literally any other zone. But when it comes to defensive, you can definitely go back and run almost half the match or half the court to the end zone just to get that ball. Now, obviously, me being me, I'm just that guy, and the boost really doesn't do anything. As you can see here, I try to pass it off, but if I look behind me, you see the guy in the cut. I speed boost all the way over here. Get that out of here. Now my boy has it. And also joining quick is Playmaker. Another C tier that we have is Playmaker. Now, as you can see, it's not the best, but if you pair it up with Gold Vision, it can be pretty viable in 2v2s. Now, on this list, we got a bunch of other ones that we can compare this to, but if I'm being completely honest, it is a C tier. I would put it on Dookie water, but you know, the ultimate's kind of viable, but not really. This in 2v2s, it's really the best if I'm being completely honest. Now, as you can see, I'm doing some crazy plays with the alley-oop, which you could spam in 2v2s, but that's about it. Wow, we're in the B tiers already. Well, our first B tier is Phantom. Okay, let's talk about our first B tiers, okay? And our first one has to go to Phantom. 100% without a doubt, it is. In 3v3 ranked, you can pair this up with a great zone that gives you like an extra dribble or speed boost, ideally Gold Vision, and you could do some at-most damage. Now you also have to tune skill into being like a good passer. You're not going to be the egoist on the court, obviously, but that's not always the point of playing Basketball Rivals. I mean Basketball Zero, my fault. Okay. If you're a great team player and you're specializing in making plays, ideally you want to go with Phantom. And that's why I put it up on a B tier, because you can do a lot of stuff with it, especially with the Phantom tech. Yeah, the passive. Going alongside Phantom and the Epics is Fetch. Oh, now our next B tier is Fetch. Now you must be wondering, yeah, Fetch is C tier. No, it's not. Let me tell you. You could be making plays with this with that dive ball, chucking for the ball like Theodore. Nom, 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 nom. I'm really juggling balls out here, bro. But like, look, when people don't know what to do, you can just put that floater right in their face, boy. Oh my God. Come on. Let's go, bro. Oh no. And I could just dive for the ball, floater back in there. Maybe I don't have to floater it in there, you know. Personally, me, and on top of that, the ultimate's great. But what is this guy? What is this guy doing? I'm just gonna dive and then hit that three. Oh my God. Now moving on to the legendaries, but we're still in the B tiers, is Lock. Another B tier I'm about to put down is Lock. Now, I would have put this on an A tier track, but it low-key needs a buff in like the move department. Basically what I'm trying to say is, can you literally add an iframe on the intercept? Because people can literally insta-steal as you're standing with the ball in the hand. It's actually kind of dumb. Don't know why Corollo made it that way, but this would definitely be an A tier if and only if it got buffed. It would definitely be another Emperor's Reach. Well, it technically is. It was the first Emperor's Reach before Emperor's Reach became a thing. Also forgot to mention that the ultimate is also really good from the half court. You basically steal the ball. If you're on their side, you basically steal the ball and then make a 2-point shot, which is also great. Now, if you're a pure defensive player, Lock is great. Now, there are a couple other options that you can play, but Lock is a really great addition to the game. Joining him is also Flash. We got another B tier, which is Flash. Now, I was personally going to put this on C tier just because of how bad it is in public servers, but if you put this on a 2v2 like setup or a 3v3 setup, you can get those quick little burst shots to just get in there, get in the cut, and take some shots. Now, personally, if you had like gold vision or something, of course you're going to be going even crazier just because you have those extra dribbles and the speed boost along with it. Now, with the V move, you can always drop people with it like a quick little cheese play, or you could just dash out and just get that little easy 3. The ultimate is also great because it's an auto steal move as well. And don't forget to task your teammate at all times when they're also open. Be a good player. But last and not least, for the B tiers, we got Sniper. Sniper is more of a high C, low B tier style, only because like once they realize you have Sniper, you're hella readable. Like the only thing that's not readable is the 2, but remember like the 3rd or the 3. The half court shot, my bad, I'm stuttering. The half court shot is literally blockable. So if they see you in the court and they know that you have Sniper, oh yeah, 9 times out of 10, you're getting swiped off the map. 2v2s, horrible, way better styles. And 3v3s, it could be like kind of viable. So for our first A tier, we got Star. So our first ever A tier style is going to be going to Star. Now, some may be saying Kagami Glaze. But it's not Kagami Glaze. After the rework, it's become a lot more viable on top of the whole chemical reaction, which I didn't get to show gameplay of sadly, but it's okay. I do techie things in this showcase, so it really doesn't matter. But from getting open with sprint in 3v3s, mind you, this is mostly like a 3v3 style, if at best, not a 2v2. But you could be going crazy with, if you got Star, you can go crazy with this. You need to have elite ball defense. Okay, that skill has to be active. Like if you don't have that, you're not getting this to be A tier. Joining Star, we got Ace. Now I would put this S tier, but I just don't feel like it's that guy anymore. The rework made it really good, but you know there's some other things that could do it a lot better. Now the ultimate, on the other hand, is some fire. I would say the ultimate definitely is an S tier or like ultimate because it's pretty nice. But overall, A tier, man. 2v2s is actually really good though. The 2v2s, I would say it's definitely S tier. Joining Ace, we got Jackpot going into A tier. Of course, our next A tier style is Jackpot. Now, Jackpot can be used situationally to be somewhat of a decent thing, although it's definitely not S tier. It does take skill to use this. Now, the ultimate, on the other hand, is a 50% chance of being something really dummy or something really stupid. Now, of course, if you have a style that can counteract the walk speed, then you're fine, you're golden. But ideally, I would not be putting this in S tier just because it's not that it's counteractable. There's just other things that are a lot better than this style, although it's still a really good style to begin with as a mythical. And last but not least, for A tier, we got Perfection. The reason I'm putting Perfection in A and not S is because it got nerfed to like almost butt Dookies, but not really butt Dookies. The blink is really short now, and the perfect dribble is kind of like, how do I put this? Dookie. It doesn't go as far as other dribble moves do, and the perfect step, you gotta kind of have to be like damn near close to the 3-point line to get your perfect step. And then if you move away from the 3-point side, the 3-point line, you actually lose your perfect step. I saw that in one of my games, in one of my videos before, and it's actually kind of whack. They need to make this thing and buff it back up to perfection. We're finally on the S tiers, and we're starting off with Copycat. Copycat is an S tier, low-key high tier, depending on your skill knowledge of every moveset in the game. Obviously, you got to use this to your full potential by literally picking anybody and everybody's style on the court. Now, mostly, if you're like no skilled, you usually pick Kroo or Tatalus to copy off of. If you're like a little bit more like you know how to play everything, you go for anything. But most times, people use Copycat to just get points. Now, it's pretty easy to abuse, especially with the Awakening. You can literally pick Kroo's Awakening, but it doesn't really matter. The only abilities that you really should be stealing in Awakening form is low-key, Basketball God, Tatalus, Jackpot, sometimes chaos, but it doesn't really matter because you really just get a speed boost. You could abuse that in 2v2s, 3v3s, but mostly 2v2s. But yeah, it's an overall S tier style, high tier A, but it S tier at most. After Copycat, we got Giant. Giant is an S tier style. There's so much you can do with this defensively and offensively. Like you can't go wrong if you have a Giant on your team, especially if he knows what he's doing. Snatching the ball out the sky, having elite ball defense knowledge as well, and having that second posterized or post form move is pretty nice as well. But usually how I like to depict it is Giant is basically your guy that's basically going to be in there picking up the ball when you're basically missing up on defense, just snatching the ball out the skies if he's there in the cut. Usually Giant players usually stay in the paint, and when it's 2v2s, yeah, just because they can snatch ball it. But 3v3s, you can either play offensively or defensively depending on how well your other teammates are playing. Now, if your teammates are being asked, definitely pick up the slack defensively. Obviously, Emperor has to be an S tier. Obviously, I had to put Emperor as an S tier because it can practically do everything that you want it to do and more, okay? And then on top of that, the ultimate defensive and offensive, I love that for you. 2v2s is flooded with Emperors. I'm not going to hold you. It's a very viable thing to combat Kroo, sometimes Tatalus. Actually, a lot of Tatalus because you can insta pop up unless they fix that. But pair this with Gold Vision, you're sliding through the map and you're going and you're nutting up people's faces with this thing. I'm not going to hold you. This is one of the S tier things that I would say is kind of like, you have to know how to play him, but you could also turn off your head and be like, oh yeah, I don't have to do all that, you know? But with the ultimate, you do have to use it strategically. Another no-brainer is Tatalus. Tatalus, come on. We know it's an S tier. As long as you hit them snaps and you get those colored strikes, it's still an S tier. All they really changed was now you have to do all the moves on ball instead of off ball. It was really annoying and really broken with you being able to pop snap off ball. But you can still be annoying if they quickly pass to you and then you hit that snap and then make your own shot or pass it off to your teammate and let them take the shot so they can get that easy 3. I don't know. Ranked in 3v3s, 2v2s, Tatalus is OP. Now, this one might be controversial, but I'm putting Kroo as an S tier. Obviously, Kroo is still a busted style. It's still an S tier style. At the end of the day, if you say it's bad, you're just bad with it. You can still make those easy 3s by blitzing the court. The only way people are going to counter you is if they know how Kroo works, pretty much. Just sit in the paint and just wait for the guy to come to you and then smack the ball, right? But now you have play that or pass that lets you open up free plays to make Playmaker plays, you know? And then on top of that, greens will be coming back to the base once the update drops, and you're going to be able to do half-court shots with it. So it's going to be even better again. Nash is also an S tier. I don't care what anybody says. Nash is S tier, bro. Get off me. Of course, I had to put Gold as an S tier, obviously, with the unblockable passes. And then on top of that, you have a dribble move that, if you're half-court, could literally take you into the three-point line and shoot that right into the biscuit. You feel me? Now, it's just like Emperor, in the sense of it's a miracle. It's obviously going to be S tier. Now, they did remove its pressure, making it like really, really good. But I kind of wish they brought that back. Like, Kroo, bring back pressure for real. Like, we really honestly need it. I'm not going to hold you. Like, it's a serious thing. It was really nice having it when it first came out. Bro, I was taking it out. I was using it perfectly. It was nice. Bring it back, bro. And last but not least, Basketball God. It's literally quite obvious Basketball God is in S tier because you can literally abuse this in 2v2s and 3v3s when you're right in the paint. It's a paint abuser. That's what I like to call it. Just as you can see me hit that nice clean little dust. Now, there's a tech where if you look side to side, you can literally get into the three-point line with this thing. Obviously, I'm not currently going to be doing all that because, you know, that's extra techie. But I will show you that Sham God is one of the better moves to get out of the way. It's a limited. Sadly, if you have this limited, keep it. It's one of the better ones, better than perfection. I 100% agree in my opinion. Damn, this was a long video. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Let me know down below in the comments if my tier list is valid, and I'll catch you guys in another one. See ya.